How's it going, aliens? My name's iALiEN. Today back with another Identity 5 video. Today I will be doing a hunter guide for the newest and most broken hunter in the game, Joseph the photographer. And this time I didn't mess up the intro. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is my second time recording this video. I haven't recorded audio in a mic in a long time, like 3 weeks. So I forgot to click the record button on my microphone recording. So yeah, that's nice. And I haven't recorded audio in a while, so please forgive me if I'm rusty. I was never good at it to begin with, so don't expect too much. Okay, so let me plug my Discord link like I do in every single video. I know you're tired of hearing it, but I'm gonna keep plugging it. We have over 100 members. Go click the link in the pinned comment below. I know you have Discord. Go join the server. Okay, I was supposed to originally do a Ripper guide before photographer, but I've been getting a lot of requests for Joseph, so I'm just going to release this video first and then Ripper probably tomorrow because I already have everything for it. I just have to release it, so I'll probably release that tomorrow. I'm also going to have an updated Wu Chain guide for people who are interested. The build has changed a lot. What I use on them has changed a lot. And I'm going to just show and explain what I do and what I did in my build for how I became the #1 Wu Chain player in NA/EU. And I still am the #1 player, but I switched to photographer, so I don't think I can actually have that title. Now let's get into the guide. Let's start off by going over his external traits. Yeah, I'm not reading all of that. I'm not reading this entire essay. Actually, why not? If I explained it, it would take just as long, to be honest. So let's just read it. After Joseph takes a photo with his camera. No, I don't want to read it. So, basically, Joseph the photographer there's cameras spawned all around the map. If you interact with the camera, it takes a photograph. The photograph is, so let's say you're on the boat at Lakeside and Joseph takes a photograph. Then if he goes into the photograph, you'll be on the boat at Lakeside, but you cannot move. It's a static image. So he could take a photo, he can go into the photo, and then he can down you and put you on a rocket chair in the photo. Survivors can enter the photo to stop him or save their teammate from the rocket chair, but it does transfer over after the time limit ends on the photograph that he takes, but it's not a one-to-one relationship. So if you got put on a rocket chair in the photo, you'll be downed once the photo ends. And if you take 1.5 damage in the photo, you'll only take 0.5. Things like that. So it doesn't one-to-one transfer over, but it does transfer over somewhat after the photograph has ended. So I think that's a pretty good explanation on how he works, and you'll see more in the video, in the gameplay, how gameplay of him and what you do. Next external trait is space-time. Grants the power of 2 space-times. Regular attacks deal 1.5 times the damage. Okay, so every hunter in the game deals 1 damage. Every survivor in the game has 2 health. every survivor in the game can take 2 damage, except for Mercenary, who has 2 health, but he can take 3 damage. So, the way healing works in this game is you heal up in integers of 1. So, if you take 1.5 damage and you heal up, now you're at 0.5. But, so now you think, oh, well, it's good because they have to just heal up twice, which takes longer. But no. You can't heal up to 0.5 damage. You can't heal it up. So that means you're stuck at that for the entire rest of the game, which makes you a one-shot, because that's how math works. 1.5 times 0.5 equals to 2 health. So that makes you one-shot for the entire rest of the game, and that's why this trait is so good on him. Okay, next we have his ability recorded moment. That's just him going into the photo or not. Oh, usually to enter the photo, you have to go through the camera projection, but this allows him to just like click a button and go into the photo or not. And lastly, you have time jump, which records his last 15 seconds in time as he moves, and if you hold it down, you can go back in time. This is used for hiding, like let's say someone's just using the same loop, you can go back in time and hit them through the loop. And it's also used for a teleport trick that I'll get into later. This is what Photographer looks like. I'm really considering buying this skin. I think I have enough fragments for it, or I'm really close, but I'm hesitant on, you know, spending 12,000 fragments since I change hunters a lot. I don't know. I may just have to get it. Okay, next let's get into his persona. So to start this off, I will say Joseph is a very versatile character. Very versatile. You can use so many different builds and different personas with him. So just because this may not be the same persona that you saw such and such using, or they're using this and I'm using that, no one's wrong with what they're doing. He can be used in different ways. No, mayhem. He can be used in different ways. So some people may like a more defensive approach. Some people may like a more camping approach, mobile approach. It's not some people rely more on the camera, the illusion. Other people rely more on the actual, not the illusion. So it's all what you want to do, but I'm just showing you the persona that has been working for me, and what I use in the gameplay I'll show, and what I use in top rank against griffins and champions. I go all the way down for detention, like basically every hunter. You don't need it on him because of the 1.5 damage, but I do like it on him. I use Street Sweeper because if you down someone and the teammate comes to heal them up, then I can see them healing them up. So that's why I do like using Street Sweeper. I use Impact because they have to do a lot of healing. Gives me just more time to catch them. I use Fall of Misfortune because it gives you a 20% chance to one-hit someone when a survivor's on a rocket chair and you're not camping it. Basically, this is so powerful. I can't imagine not using this, only on like Feaster, because he hard camps. He like face camps. So you're never gonna even be over 18 meters away. And lastly, I use Panic. This is especially good on Photographer because he injures people a lot. Like a lot of times you just hit someone just so they're one shot. You hit the core just so she's one shot. When you may not have spent the time or another hunter to do that because you know she would just heal it up. So Panic is especially good on Photographer. now let's get into the shapeshift. Similar to the persona, you can use a lot of different things on him. I've seen people use abnormal, excitement, teleport, and blink all on photographer. They're all good. As long as it works for you, keep using it. I'm just explaining what works for me. I think teleport is the most popular thing used on photographer. It's probably the meta for him because of this ability. Basically, if you're camping a chair, right, and you teleport to a cipher, you hit them one time, then you can use time jump, and you go all the way back to the rocket chair, even though you're teleport. So it's basically like a double teleport. You can do the same thing at the exit gate. It will be at the exit gate. You can teleport to the other exit gate. Check tinnitus. Oh, no one's there. Double, and then teleport all the way back. So that's why teleport's really good on him because of that trick. But I prefer to use blink because I don't rely as much on the illusion and downing survivors there as I do in like actual them moving, them kiting, and me having to take them out. Which, when you're doing that, I think blink's more valuable because he gets looped really easy. He's very bullyable, so this helps stop that. So I do think blink's good for that. Okay, next I'll get into my gameplay, but before I do that, I will just do like an analysis. I'll just tell you how much I like him. He's broken, in my opinion. People will tell you he's not. I think he's broken. And it's not because he's super overpowered versus survivors. It's because he's super overpowered compared to all the other hunters in the game. In high tier, survivors have the advantage. Hunters have to work really hard to get wins in high tier. So basically the baseline for hunters that you can use in high tier is Wu Chang / Feaster. Like that's like the B tier, A tier. I will have a tier list, hunter tier list out this weekend if you cared about that. But that's like the baseline for hunters you can use in rank. Master them, you can win. Anything below that, you aren't winning against champions with. Anything above that, it'll just be slightly easier if you master them. Photographer is like S+ tier. He's so much better than every other hunter in the game. Even though he's better, survivors can still beat him. But it feels like this is how the game was meant to be. Like, it's finally balanced. It's balanced when you use photographer against survivors, but it's not when you use any other hunter. And I don't think that's how the game should work, where you use one hunter and it's balanced and use every other one and it's not. That's more of lazy game design. You, instead of making an overpowered hunter, you should be fixing the balance between hunter and survivor. And that's why I hate and love photographer at the same time. It's fun to finally play high rank hunter and feel like, not that it's balanced, I think survivors still have that advantage, but that it's a lot lower of a gap than it usually is. I have a real chance. But then I hate it because this should be how the game feels for every hunter. Also, I don't like him as much because I think he requires a lot less skill than any other hunter in the game. A lot. If you rely on the illusion, you don't even have to be able to stop kiters. It's all about mental and spawns. You don't have to be able to know the loops and the routes to stop them, or master Wu Chang's teleport, or Geisha's dash, or Smiley's dash, or you don't have to master any of this, or Feaster's tentacle placement. All you do is just hit them when they're standing still. And this is another reason I really dislike photographer. This is another reason I really dislike photographer, but at the same time, then I love him because he gives me a chance. So, if you cared about my analysis on him, probably don't, but if you do, that's my analysis on photographer, as I think he is in the meta in my personal opinion on him. I did think I had something else to say. Oh, and let me explain why Photographer is so strong. I'll go into it more in detail in my tier list. But he's so strong because he stops cipher rushing. When you go into the photo, if a survivor gets the cipher to 90% when the photo ends, it'll be 40%. It'll take away 50% of their progress. So now it'll be 45% done. This stops cipher rushing, which is a major issue in high tiers. This stops it if used correctly, and it's great, but that's how it should be for every hunter. I shouldn't get cipher rushed in 2 minutes for every cipher. With Wu Chang or Geish or Feaster, I shouldn't have to pick Joseph to finally have a chance and to not see pop, 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 pop. That's just my opinion. But let's get into the gameplay now, so I can show you how I use them in high rank. Okay, so I'm gonna commentate over the gameplay instead of doing live commentary, so you can see I'm used in high rank. And also, since you can see I'm used, I can actually show you what I'm thinking when I play with him. So, I'm facing a tier 6 survivor, Griffin 1, Griffin 2, and Griffin 4. Hokage is actually the number 4 survivor in the game. Pause this. Actually, the number 4 survivor in the game is Hokage. Jokey, he's infamous from my last video when I terror shocked him with Hell Ember. Boy, he's that's someone I face a lot, and then I can't read his name. He picked Lawyer because Jokey is a quote-unquote lawyer main. So he picked Lawyer in high rank. And before you start saying, oh, he picked Lawyer, it's so easy, it's still high rank survivors. They know what to do. Plus, I'm going to have another gameplay out tomorrow of me using him in high rank, and it's like Magician, Perfumer, Cord, like the meta team without Lawyer in it. So, start off the game, I spawn. The first thing you want to do every game is immediately find the camera. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm not looking for survivors, I'm looking for the camera. Usually, you can get it in 2 seconds. With me, it took me a while. So I don't even go after the cord, I just go immediately for the camera, because that's all I care about. And the reason I go after the camera at the beginning of the game is so that stops the cipher rushing, because now if you get at the beginning, now unless your mind's higher mechanic, you're not going to finish the cipher in time to complete it so that the progress doesn't get reset. So that's why I go for the camera as soon as possible. Here, I only hit the coordinator once. The reason why is because I don't want to down her. Because if I put her on the reactor and down her, she would just get healed up. And then she would get healed up to max. At this point, she can't get healed up to max. So she's just going to be one shot for the entire rest of the game. And she won't be able to save, as you will see later in this gameplay. I tried, the reason I went in between was to jump scare them, but you can see I got stuck in the chest. So now I'm chasing the thief right now. The timer is shown by, if you see Lawyer mirror image, that little thing shows when the camera's about to hit. So now I'm chasing the thief. I go over the pallet so I don't get stunned on the hit, and then I hit him, and goes back to the kite, puts the pallet down, easy blink, double hit. That's why you use blink. Once you get the first hit, it's a GG. As soon as they put a pallet down, you blink onto them, you get the second hit, they're down. Because of my camera, usually there would be 2 ciphers remaining. There's only 4 ciphers remaining. Only 1 person was able to get the cipher done instead of 2. Now, immediately use the camera again to stop the cipher rushing. Also, since I took a picture where the thief was in the rocket chair, now in the photo, let's say he gets saved. If no one goes to, now they have to save him in the photo and in the actual game, because if no one saves him in the photo, then he'll be down in the game after the camera ends. So as you can see, the cord is coming, but she can't come all the way because she's one hit. That's why I only hit her once, so she can't make the save. Lawyer comes to save, but it's already over halfway. So now I don't really care about the save, because now the next time he gets put on the rocket chair, he's dead. I hit the lawyer just so he won't be able to save for the entire rest of the game, and so that he's one hit. Right now, I'm trying to bait the cord shot and for her to miss it. I don't want to get stunned by the cord shot right now. This is like probably number 2 coordinator in the game. Oh, basically. Number 2 coordinator in the game. I hit Hokage with the hit. She just wasn't expecting it, and also he has a quick attack. I down her. I go after the thief. This right here, I mean, that's just BS. I should have got the hit. The game, I was really mad at that because that should have been a hit. But I'm not going to chase any longer for it because it's a waste of my time without blink. So I'm just going to put cord on chair, take another photo, because now they have to save in both, let me pause this, in both the camera, in the photo, and in the real game. Also, I want to explain, when Jokey got saved, what I was doing, since he was about to go down, I was chasing him in right here. Look, he got saved, right? And look at the camera going down. So look, right here, he would be downed. See? He would have been downed in the actual game, and he was standing right by me, so I would have just put him back on the rocket chair. But then at the absolute last second, literally, someone saved him in the illusion, which saved his life for the time being. And once that happened, I went for the chase a little bit. I thought I got the hit. I entertained it. Thought I got the hit. I didn't. Now it's a waste of my time because it's going to take too long. Cords are going to heal up. They're going to do ciphers. And I don't have the photo up. So that's not the chase I should go after. So just take the cord, put her on the chair, take the photo. Tinnitus is active, so I can see someone's over here. Pause. I see perfumer coming, so I use that thing whenever I'm camping a chair, because you want to move away, go back to the chair. So I saw perfumer heading to the chair, so then I went back to it so I could interrupt her in time. Not because Cord got saved. I actually did not realize that Cord got saved until I came here and I saw them running off. It was just a coincidence that perfumer is coming this way. It's a good thing that I did. It probably saved the game. Now I'm chasing. Cord's about to shoot gun. I know she's ready for it. I thought that was a hit. It's not. That's when she shoots the gun because she thought I would be wide in the open. Also, I almost got the hit, so then she got scared. She got scared at that moment because I almost got the hit. So now she knows I have to shoot now. If I don't hit him, he's 2 inches away from Thief, and he's going to down him, and then Thief's going to be out for the rest of the game. So that's when she got scared. I knew she shot the gun. I knew she was about to, so then I dodged the shot. Hit her, and then I used Blink to catch up to Thief, to Jokey, because if I wouldn't have, he probably would have got to the hospital. And with Blink, I would have been able to stop him, but that would have wasted like another 20 seconds. And 20 seconds is a lot of time. So that's why I stopped him right there, so he couldn't get to the hospital. Jokey's down now. I got poured back on chair. She's halfway. Photograph ended, so whatever cipher they were working on, half of the progress is gone. Perfumer comes. I thought I got the hit. I didn't. I should have waited. She votes, so now I'm going to the chair. Yeah, the lawyer comes in for the save. The lawyer probably shouldn't have saved her. Fumer could have just done the save by herself. But he came in for the save, which was fine. But then, Perfumer ended up saving. But here's the issue. I think they talked about it in post-chat. Perfumer saves. She runs the other way. She runs the other way. Why does Perfumer run the other way instead of taking the hit? There's no way Hokage's getting out right there. And plus, the lawyer shouldn't be taking the hit because he's one shot. You're Perfumer with the perfume. You should use the perfume and then body block when I hit. Try and have me hit you. You go back in time. Even if you don't use the perfume, at least you gave your teammate more time because she's one shot. That's the mistake right there. When she saved Hokage, she should have taken the hit. So, like, what is she gonna do there? Like, what's there? You have to take the hit. So now, pour it out for the rest of the game. 2 people are left, 1 cipher. I heard the decoding. Lawyer votes out. This is where the second skill is good. Watch this. He looped around. I'm going back in time. I can't even see. You just have to have a feeling how long to keep. I had a feeling. Let's go right there. I did it. Easy hit. Put lawyer on the chair. I have 10 of this, so she's over here. I'm taking a camera. I'm taking a photograph. So that whatever cipher they were working on, if it's close to being popped for borrowed time, it's getting reset in time. This, you may have missed it. I missed it when watching the gameplay again, but I didn't miss it when I was playing Hunter. Look right there in the distance by the entrance to the hospital. The perfumer is walking into the camera. So now I know she went in. So I wait a few seconds. See right there. I see her going into it. Then she disappears. I wait a few seconds. Use it. There she is in the illusion. Hit her. Then I go back into the reel. Hit her again. She shouldn't have gone into the camera. I think what she was trying to do was go back into the illusion so she can hide. But she shouldn't have done that. Because she knows that's what I'm coming out of. And right there, can't do anything. You loop. That's great for when you loop, and game is over. Okay, so you can see it was a champion. Griffin 1, Griffin 2, Griffin 4. So these are top ranked players. This was top ranked gameplay that I'm showing right now. And I have more gameplay coming out tomorrow. I don't think they'll have commentary over it, but I just wanted to do this as I think it's more informative. If you can actually know what I'm thinking in the high rank gameplay. If you want to see me continue to do gameplays like this and guides like this for my Ripper guide and my updated Wu Chain guide, leave a comment below saying you like it. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this, more Hunter guides, Survivor guides, news updates, anything Identity 5 related, it'll be all on this channel. So go subscribe, and that'll be all for the video. Bye.